5, midfielder Elijah Proust. Number 6, midfielder Thomas Kanizer. Number 7, a defender Jovan Dennison. Number 8, forward Daniel Lansbury Jr. Number 11, forward Benakumi. Number 13, a defender Owen Christensen. Number 14, a midfielder Luca Gurin. Number 15, a defender John Ryan. Number 21, a midfielder Nicholas Kent. And a number 27, defender Elijah Ciaflori. Coaches Pat Hartman and Bob Decker, and head coach Chato. And now, here's the starting lineups for your Kennedy Eagles. Number 1, goalkeeper captain Carter Lansdale. Number 4, defender captain Ricardo Varey Martinez. Number 8, midfielder Alex Loaiza. Number 10, midfielder captain Jesus Sirachko. Number 11, forward Diego Fuentes Rodriguez. Number 3, defender captain Amir Ribio. Number 14, midfielder Jose Castellaneta Rios. Number 7, midfielder Justin Arias. Number 18, midfielder Enrique Garcia Ramirez. Number 36, forward Rodrigo De Leon. And number 25, defender Marvin Gonzalez Rodriguez. Student manager Brittany Pachaco Vasquez. Assistant coach Brian Lopez. And head coach Dan Buschendorf. Would you please stand and remove any headwear as we face the scoreboard end of the field for the national anthem.
Ready for another soccer doubleheader here on BEC TV. Kennedy and St. Louis Park, the boys first, the girls a little bit later on tonight, 7:15 start for the girls. Alongside our crew, Josh Powers, glad to be with you on another gorgeous fall weekday. Just picturesque weather for the last few weeks, particularly on these Tuesday and Thursday soccer days. You see a little bit more apparel being worn right now. It's about 55 degrees here in central Bloomington, and should be a good one here. St. Louis Park, just one loss behind both Chaska and Benilde in the Metro West. It was a tough loss for the boys against Benilde on Tuesday, a game they could have easily won. They had a couple calls go against them, one notably in the opponent's team in the Benilde box that could have given Kennedy or should have given them a penalty kick. And then they lost Jesus Siriaco Mundo for most of the second half, their outstanding senior midfielder. He is back in the starting lineup, as you just heard today, but certainly that hurt them the other day against Benilde, who escaped with a 1-0 victory. Meanwhile, St. Louis Park They are coming off of a 2-1 loss against Chaska, which really hurt their Metro West title hopes. That was a game they could have moved ahead of Chaska and right with Benilde atop the league, and now they find themselves a game behind both of those teams, and they don't play either one of them again this year, so they no longer control their own destiny. They are going to need help in their last 3 games, including tonight, and they're going to need to win all of them, basically. They've got Cooper and Chanhassen, so they've got a pretty good shot at doing just that. But a tough one against Chaska on Tuesday. So both teams coming off of tough losses, looking to get back on the winning way. Kennedy had won 2 of their last 3 and played pretty darn good against a very strong Benilde team, but didn't get the bounces and breaks, and Benilde capitalized on their best scoring opportunity, the difference in that one on Tuesday. So we are ready to go. St. Louis Park in the road white, Kennedy in the navy. One jersey note for you is Kennedy usually wears number 20, Alberto De Leon, switching to number 36. You can see him there right along the midfield line. So De Leon wearing 36 today for Kennedy. And we are underway. Should be a good one. Kennedy could really use a win, especially after that tough one against Benilde. Get back on the good side of the ledger. Been playing so good these last couple of weeks. They had won 3 out of their last 4 until that game on Tuesday. Looking for an early cross. That's unsuccessful, but Kennedy draws a corner kick. And it's Jesus Siriacomundo who will come over to take it. Good work down there by number 18, Enrique Garcias Ramirez, to draw that corner for Kennedy. So the first corner comes very early in this one. Siriacomundo toward the far post. It's a little too far, and it will squeeze out of play. Not a bad idea if this was a little bit more shallow. You probably wanted a little bit more away from the keeper as well. Kennedy getting a nice early touch either way. Never a bad thing. St. Louis Park, we have no statistics from them on the Minnesota State High School League website. We do have their roster, of course, but for a team with a good record like them, they're 5-2-1. We'll be able to pretty much tell early on who are some of their top players. Even without those statistics, trying to dribble out of trouble is Jovan Dennison, junior captain, number 7. It's a pretty young St. Louis Park team. There's not many seniors, and that's why you're seeing a couple of junior captains and even a sophomore captain for St. Louis Park. That's number 6, Thomas Nizer. Nicholas Kent. He'll have a height advantage on some of those set pieces in the Kennedy end if they happen. Owen Christensen, one of a few seniors on this team. There's not many. So I count them up, there's 6. Correction, make that 5 on the roster for St. Louis Park. So young team, but a good team. Their only 2 losses this year have been by a goal each. They also tied Chanhassen. They're the only team to beat Benilde in the Metro West. They did that a week ago, winning 2-1, so that's an impressive win on their resume. Galvan played it up ahead to Castanedo Rios, and a good ball here from Vera Hernandez, but he can't get to the return, or Vera Martinez, excuse me, he can't get to the return pass. And played back to the keeper, number 1, Luis Benitez Matias. He is just a sophomore for St. Louis Park. So far, good Kennedy pressure, forcing an unforced error right there They have been the more aggressive team early, very early in this game. We're just over 3 minutes in. But I like the urgency from Kennedy right now. Siriaco Mundo couldn't quite get to that left foot. Forwards right now for St. Louis Park looking to be Bennett Kuami, number 11, a junior captain, and number 8, Daniel Lanisbury Jr. And he is in that 11th grade junior class. Steal by Kennedy. Slipping it ahead was Arias. Return pass for Justin Arias, broken up. Ball up ahead. Is it offsides for Kuame? It is. Looked to be a good step behind the play, and the official agreed. Diego Fuentes Rodriguez, the free kick. Leading scorer for Kennedy with 7 goals on the year. Number 11 in Navy will have St. Louis Park's full attention. These teams did play earlier this year. St. Louis Park was victorious 3-1 in that game. And it was Fuentes Rodriguez who scored the goal for Kennedy. And again, we don't have who scored the 3 for St. Louis Park, unfortunately, but they scored 1 in the first half. It was tied at 1 at the half, and then St. Louis Park scoring twice in the second half. Kennedy looking to push. Siriaco Mundo ball gets all the way through to Galvan, and it was partially saved, actually is saved, on a partial deflection by Matias. Look at this juicy ball over, out of the reach of De Leon, but perfectly timed for Matias, or for Galvan, and Matias did get a piece of that. Hard to tell on that replay, but he did redirect it. May have been going wide anyway, but he made sure of it with that deflection. So the second corner for Kennedy. This one in a good spot, in the box. Goes all the way through. Siriaco Mundo trying to get an advantage, or even a penalty there. That was close, although it was outside of the 18. Fuentes Rodriguez over to Arias. Beautiful little flick there by Justin Arias. And then a nice move. Kennedy very sneaky in this early going. Able to win several one-on-one situations, gaining advantage in the St. Louis Park end so far. Nice move there by number 9, Cloudy Zua, but eventually stolen by Fuentes Rodriguez. Vera Martinez plays it over. They try to get it to Siriaco Mundo, but the pass was a little short. Kennedy wanting an offside there again on Kawame, but it was deflected. This will be a Kennedy throw. Good start for the Eagles here in the first 7 minutes. Played a very strong game against Benilde. It was so unfortunate they could not at least come out with a draw in that one, if not a win. But a chance to rectify that here, and a good tune-up in front of the game on Tuesday. We'll have it for you, the Battle of Bloomington. Boys at 5 o'clock, girls in prime time at 7:15. Jefferson's strong play recently. It figures to be much more of a game than we had earlier in the year, especially on the boys' side. The girls played to a draw, so we know that one will probably be close again. But Kennedy just blowing out Jefferson 5-0, embarrassing the Jaguars, and you'll know they'll want revenge for that on Tuesday. But Kennedy right now focused on a very good Oriole team. Arias plays it ahead. Nice settle there by Siriaco Mundo. Getting past one defender, trying to get position on another. He'll slide it ahead. It's Ramirez, his cross, dribbling through the box, but kicked away by the Orioles. Right back with pressure. And Ramirez again, the junior, could not turn around that Oriole defender that time, and it's just blasted out of play by Elijah Seehoff Flory, a junior defender. Kennedy quickly back to play. Vera Martinez somehow able to keep that in. Here's the cross. Good ball from Fuentes Rodriguez. He had De Leon over there, but give Matias credit. He jumped out there. Watch this cross by Fuentes Rodriguez. It was on target, but a little too close to the keeper to be successful. Kennedy on the move again. Forces another Eagle throw. Garcia Ramirez having a lot of success over on that far side of the field here in the first half. Throw for Vera Martinez. Quickly ahead towards Ciriaco Mundo. His cross got over the keeper, De Leon, and it was saved by Matias. A tough angle, and he chose to go to the far post instead of maybe some more room toward that near post. But look at that cross. And then De Leon, and I think the defender there, Owen Christensen, made a difference. As you see the first touch by Carter Lansdale, I haven't mentioned his name, and we're 10 minutes in. That's a good thing for Kennedy while I was watching that replay. How about this chance? And give number 13 on Kennedy's side credit, Amir Rubio, the co-captain. So dangerous opportunities for both teams. Don't usually see that type of end-to-end so quickly. But a good counter strike by the Orioles, nearly giving them the lead. This is deflected toward the sideline, and Gonzalez Rodriguez plays it out. He had a very strong game on Tuesday. Did the senior defender, number 25. Towards space, Nicholas Kent gave it to a teammate who had it stolen by Arias. Arias advancing. Long ball for De Leon, it's onside to De Leon with another chance, and he scores! Alberto De Leon had a chance a minute ago, missed that far post. This one glances perfectly off of it, rippling the back of the net for the Kennedy lead. And what a ball by Arias, perfectly placed to provide the opportunity. Kennedy out front.
Scoring for the Eagles, number 36, Rodrigo De Leon.
It's stolen by Arias, who looked like he may have had a step. St. Louis Park recovering, and how will the Orioles respond here? Tough loss Tuesday, probably ended their conference title hopes, and now they give up an early one on the road here at Bloomington Stadium. Trying to get it back, though. A ball for Lansbury Jr. Probably be a corner here, I would think. No, a goal kick was not deflected. Nice run here by Lansbury on that ball. Tough to tell on that angle if it was deflected or not. St. Louis Park doesn't seem to be too upset about it. That's what makes that goal by De Leon so impressive. He was on a dead sprint and had that pinpoint accuracy
For the Orioles, number 9,
with
Claudius
not much of a gap. And you saw that on the other side, Lansbury Jr. also on a dead sprint, and that ball way off target on that shot. Both high degrees of difficulty, but great execution by De Leon. Junior for Kennedy, again wearing number 36 instead of his usual 20. He might want to keep that 36 the rest of the season after that goal. Vera Martinez on the interception. Ciriaco Mundo with space. So creative, number 10 in Navy. This time we'll give it to Loaiza Galvan. Kennedy possessing here with the lead. Galvan. Arias. Fuentes Rodriguez tried to sneak one through to Garcia Ramirez. The Orioles have it back. Lannisberry still with it. Finds Kawame. Here's Kent. He thought about teeing one up there from about 40 yards out. Decided against it and blasted away by Gonzalez Rodriguez. Kennedy with a chance here. If they could pull this game off, they would face two teams below them in the standings to end the year, Jefferson and Cooper. And what a finish that would be to the year if Kennedy, we're obviously looking way ahead here, but say they win all three, including today, that would be 5 out of their last 6, and they would finish above 500 for the year. We're currently, right now, Kennedy ranked number 2 in their section, so obviously they would not fall any lower than that. Already good positioning. May even have a chance to sneak up to number 1, depending on what happens. Again, we're looking ahead here, but that's the opportunity for these Kennedy Eagles right now. And the early goal, a huge obstacle for St. Louis Park to overcome in this game, as Vera Martinez looking for more, has a step. I think he wanted to get it to De Leon. Bad clearance though, Vera Martinez shot. Ricochets off an Oriole, and it will roll out for a corner. So a mistake there in the 18. As that ball went straight back to Vera Martinez inexplicably, and Kennedy will have its 3rd corner already in this game. Orioles without a corner kick. Arias swings it into the box. It's up for grabs. Swing and a miss by Galvan, who had a chance. Arias wants to play it right back to the 18, trying to get enough space to do that. Good defense by the Orioles. Castaneda Rios aggressive there. Didn't quite pan out, but I like the touch coming up. Had the confidence on that header, even with the defender going behind him. And we're going to have a Kennedy foul here on Castaneda Rios. A late whistle, as the official, I think, was not sure if Kawame would continue to gain the advantage as he started to stumble here. And then at that point, they had to blow it dead. So a free kick for Luca Guarin. He's a freshman, number 14. That one takes a couple of bounces. Lannisberry had a shot at it, and then his second shot was blocked. Here's a drive, and he'll miss well wide. That was off the leg of number 6, Thomas Kanizer, the sophomore captain. Don't see a lot of those around. Each team has 4 captains. Castaneda Rios. Not his best touch, but it doesn't really hurt Kennedy as it sails out of play. Freshman Guarin. Give way to Owen Christensen for this throw as he launches it. Almost nearly through this, midway through this first half. Josh Powers alongside our crew. Great start for Kennedy. They've had the better of the play, and they, as you can see, if you missed it earlier, they have the only goal of the game. That should be a foul, and it is. Loaiza Galvan all wrapped up. It was Alberto De Leon with the goal for Kennedy. Here's Fuentes Rodriguez. Over to Siriaco Mundo. His ball, a little short. Loaiza Galvan was open there for a moment along that far post. By the way, for De Leon, it's 3rd goal of the year. He's now only behind Fuentes Rodriguez in terms of goals scored this year with 3. Siriaco Mundo with 2, and the only other player to score for Kennedy is Omar Artola. Corner kick here, I believe, for St. Louis Park. Their second corner, and it's going to be the sophomore Kenizer to take it. Low ball. That was played back toward the net. That's a dangerous clearance, but there to save the day was the co-captain Rubio. Played back into the 18. Vera Martinez, nice header, and then a nice back flip by Loaiza Galvan to take care of the rest. Kent, watched by the much more diminutive Arias. Kawame gave way. Return pass from Kenizer to Kawame, his strike. Headed by Gonzalez Rodriguez, and now Fuentes Rodriguez. Deflects it over to Siriaco Mundo. Great move. And then Kent comes back. Nicholas Kent taking that away as it's floated ahead. Is it onside? No, it is not onside. Kennedy can breathe easy. That ball kind of hung up in the wind. The wind is moving from south to north. So as you're watching on your screen, the wind moving from left to right. That one got hung up in the wind, and Lansdale was about to charge out for it, because it got held up. He realized he was not going to get there. Unfortunately for Kennedy, it was offside. Play it much further downfield in this wind. As you can see, that one sailing all the way 3/4 of the field toward goaltender Matias. De Leon tried to flick it over to Siriaco Mundo, but intercepted. As Kent's ball is played by Ramirez. Into St. Louis Park.
Now you can check
Throw in is we're in the last half of half number 1.
Providing live coverage of nearly all the home soccer games this season. Watch the stream of BEC TV at www.bec.org or enjoy it on Apple TV.
Ball through, Lanisbury. His shot blocked by Castaneda Rios. Couple of nice balls in this half to Lanisbury, who twists one. Kennedy clears it. And a handball here on the Orioles. Kennedy trying to move quickly. Vera Martinez touches it to Jesus Siriaco Mundo. Great to see him back in the lineup after missing most of the second half on Tuesday. This one played by De Leon, trying to squeeze it through to Vera Martinez.
Play that wide, come on.
Blasted away by Dennison. Gonzalez Rodriguez getting there for Kennedy. Garcia Ramirez ahead to Arias. Can't maintain control. Ball ahead. It was looking for Cloudy Zua, number 9, a junior forward, but too far for him. Ball still in play. Kennedy had stopped momentarily. They get it back. Gonzalez Rodriguez sends it ahead. And now a foul on Kennedy, and they're going to have to stop play here as an Oriole player is down. That's number 7, Jovan Dennison, the co-captain junior. And a card given to Jesus Siriaco Mundo. It's a yellow card. And it looks like Dennison is okay, so. This time for non-injury related reasons, Siriaco Mundo to the sideline.
Given to Eagles number 10, Jesus Sirocco. And in for the Eagles, number 7, Omar Artola.
Omar Artola coming in for him. Let's see if we can figure out what happened on this replay. Siriaco Mundo. Oh, I don't think that's intentional, but I can see why the yellow card was given, unfortunately, for Siriaco Mundo. Kind of one of those things you just kind of, he was turning to go back after the ball, and I think kind of naturally to try to change direction, he moved his arm toward that location. I highly doubt that that was intentional from Siriaco Mundo, but as you could see he was looking the other way, in fact, so. But I can understand why the yellow card was given nonetheless, and we're glad that Dennison's okay.
In for the Orioles, number 7, Jovan Dennison. And in for the Eagles, number 12.
Another sub for Kennedy is Lanisbury is a great opportunity here, dancing around. And some sort of a foul here on St. Louis Park, it looks like. It was away from the play. You can see they're moving the ball back out of the 18. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we're back to play. As this one, a tough challenge for Lansdale, but he latches on. It was actually a fortunate break for Kennedy as Lanisbury was dancing around in the 18. Make one man miss there, he would have been able to release a shot that had a pretty good chance of going in from that position on the field. And a foul here on the Orioles. Give Kennedy a free kick in a pretty good spot. Normally, Siriaco Mundo would take these, but it's going to be Vera Martinez instead, it appears. Kwame guarding Fuentes Rodriguez just in case as it goes on to the keeper, Matias. Fuentes Rodriguez with a stealer as he plays it up ahead. Here's what happened. Watch behind the play. I think you'll be able to see it on the right portion of your screen. There's the foul right there. And once it was clear that St. Louis Park no longer had a clear advantage in the box, it was kind of a stalemate at that point. Good job by our crew to pick up that foul. So that's why you saw that ball come back out of the 18 for the St. Louis Park free kick. The Orioles having a better go of it. It was Kennedy domination the first 10 minutes, and things have certainly swung back a little bit momentum-wise toward the Orioles, although they still trail. Vera Martinez got the body position. That was a tough call, but I think the right one, Kawame. As Vera Martinez right there. He had a little bit better inside position, was kind of being hooked by Kawame. Although it was close. De Leon, beautiful touch. To space for Reyes. Reyes move. Reyes around the defender, got pushed a little bit. Probably a good play on. St. Louis Park heading the other way. Omar Artola, who checked in for Siriaco Mundo following that yellow card. He'll give way to Gonzalez Rodriguez. Fuentes Rodriguez. A little too far here for the goal scorer, Alberto De Leon. Lanisbury, he's been the most dangerous St. Louis Park player so far, number 8 in white. Great touch there by Lanisbury, sneaks it through for Zua, and Lansdale has the save. Great play here by Lanisbury Jr., and what a ball to Zua. Just couldn't get enough on it. Gave Lansdale enough time to react. St. Louis Park more counter-striking here in this first half. A lot of long balls ahead, trying to catch Kennedy's defense on the move. Throw towards Zua. Across. Looking for Kanizer. Eventually has it. Dennison back up, looks like he's moving at 100% over there, number 7. Here's a dangerous pass. Dennison has to sprint up to it to avoid disaster. Vera Martinez finds Fuentes Rodriguez. Ball for Omar Artola. Slipped a little bit, trying to recover quickly. Artola wins that throw back as we're about to hit the final 10 minutes of this first half. And Siriaco Mundo allowed to come back in after that yellow card, so he exchanges places once again with Artola. Actually, correction, Artola stays out there. He comes in for Vera Martinez. Artola crossed into the box for the header, and it was not a bad attempt for Reyes, who got a good piece of it, but not strong enough to get it past Matias. But well executed by Kennedy nonetheless. Dennison. This midfield area for St. Louis Park, and they're going to play on here. Wow, that is surprising. De Leon got the worst end of that contact. Still down. Now getting up very slowly. He's going to make this point. The midfield area for St. Louis Park has been very difficult for them to navigate. You see more Kennedy disruption here, although this one's going to be a foul by Fuentes Rodriguez, and I think a warning right here. But I'm not sure why this was not called. Watch De Leon. He will get there first, it looked like. It's tough to tell who touched it first. I thought it was De Leon, but it was close. Ball was spinning, so clearly the St. Louis Park player touched it, but I thought De Leon just was able to get there enough to draw that foul, but the official did not see it the same way. Thomas Kent using that height advantage for that header. Hasn't come into play yet on a set piece. Kennedy's making things difficult for St. Louis Park in midfield, and that's why you're seeing all these long balls ahead. Kennedy wins another midfield situation. Here's Reyes with a nice move. Ciriaco Mundo lets it go through, and the strike is on target and covered by Matias. It was Arias. I think this was by design, Ciriaco Mundo. So more creativity from the Kennedy senior with the shot fake. And a pretty good strike by Arias, making Matias work for that save. Fuentes Rodriguez breaking ankles. Ahead to Artola. And Gonzalez Rodriguez. Good flick to Ciriaco Mundo, but he didn't play it cleanly on the first touch. Kawame over to this side. Jonathan Peterson. Zua squeezes it through to Thomas Kent. They'll look to attack the far end. Good move, the cross punched away nicely by Lansdale. A risky move if he doesn't get a good chunk of the ball, but he did. Watch Lansdale right there. Enough of a touch on it to get it away from immediate danger. De Leon with a steal. Not a good giveaway there. He's looking for support. Good recovery by Owen Christensen. Here Martinez. Ciriaco Mundo back from Martinez toward the box. Not a clean exit again by the Orioles, but they get away with it this time as Kent sends it up ahead. Zua keeps it alive. Lanisbury back for Zua, and Rubio recovers and sends it for a St. Louis Park throw with just over 5 minutes left in the first half. Kennedy still leading 1-0 on the Alberto De Leon goal. St. Louis Park just one game behind Benilde and Chaska in the standings. Here's a low twisting drive, looking for a bounce, was Jonathan Peterson, but took a couple too many hops, I think, for his liking when he envisioned it. Maybe one too many hops. Kent long ball for Lanisbury, but it's a handball on Kennedy. Kennedy parents in the stands not agreeing with that handball, and look where this will position this free kick for the Orioles. It's Bennett Kawame over there with Kanizer hatching a scheme. Kennedy setting up a pretty big wall, which will leave not many defenders if this glances into the box somehow. Kawame strike, too high. And Kennedy breathing a sigh of relief with 4 minutes left in this first half.
For the Eagles, number 8, Alex Loaiza.
Loaiza Galvan back in, and Diego Perez in for the first time for Kennedy. Late here in this first half. Fuentes Rodriguez more in that midfield area here in this afternoon's game. Usually positioned more as a forward, but playing a strong game as he always does for Kennedy, regardless of where he's on the field. It's been Ciriaco Mundo who's been a forward in this game when he's been in. So seemingly those two trading places in this game. guess you could say it's worked out for Kennedy. Neither one factored in the goal, but they've controlled a lot of the play down there and generating some good chances. And plays it back. Not a good ball here. De Leon. Perez towards City Acomundo, and a foul on Kennedy. Boy, that looked delicious for a second. De Leon had a chance with that first touch, and he outstretched that leg and just couldn't quite get enough of the ball to get it past the defender who had partially slipped. Kawame back for Thomas Kent. Looking for a long one toward the box for Zua. Takes a bounce. Kanizer back to Zua. Tried to flick it over to Lannisberry. Return ball, Zua. And blasted away by the Eagles. See if Kennedy can get a final opportunity in the last 90 seconds. Vera Martinez. Artola on a dead sprint. Kept it alive. No, he did not. A throw in for St. Louis Park. Nicer long ball for Christensen. There to take care of it. Perez with a minute to go in the half. De Leon slips. Ball through for Zua, and a nice job by Rubio. Just watch him just wall off Zua there, getting the position. Couldn't go through Rubio, or it would have been a foul, and Lansdale was able to cover. Fuentes Rodriguez just content to keep it on the perimeter here. City Acomundo needs to be careful. He already has that yellow card. Final 10 seconds. Orioles trying to move quickly.
7, 6,
Toward Lannisberry.
5, 4,
a chance here for
3,
Kent.
2,
Shot!
1.
And he scores with a second left. Disaster for Kennedy. The Eagles had stopped playing. They got caught on the run at the exact time where you want to make sure everybody's back. The Eagles are protesting this. The ball clearly went in with enough time. You can still see there's a second remaining, and that syncs up with our scoreboard. Absolute disaster for Kennedy. Let's see if we can pick up where the foul is. Now they whistled it dead. Kennedy players are kind of walking here. They should be on the move. St. Louis Park, they got population toward the Kennedy box, and Thomas Kent made Kennedy pay. You can question how quickly the Orioles dropped that and got that free kick off, but if nothing else for Kennedy, play it safe. Get everybody back. They knew there was only under 10 seconds left in the half, and a disastrous goal. Kennedy had played such a strong half, and then you give one up with 1 second remaining in the half, and that certainly gives St. Louis Park the momentum as we head to half number 2. 1-1 here in a key battle as we head toward the postseason. Two teams looking pretty good in section play in terms of seeding and want to move up as far as possible. Big second half coming up next. 1-1 here at Bloomington Stadium on BEC TV. Back for the second half. It is October, a beautiful October evening developing here at Bloomington Stadium. Alongside our crew, Josh Power is with you. A brilliant first half by Kennedy for 39 minutes and 50 seconds, and then disaster struck for the Eagles in the last 10 seconds as they allowed a Nicholas Kent goal with 1 second remaining to level it at a goal apiece. There's St. Louis Park. 5-2-1 record. Kennedy, they come in at 3-4-1. They should be leading this game. Just some mental lapses, I think, for a couple of the players there in the final 10 seconds. Being caught off guard, not being in the right position, thinking that maybe that half was going to be over. And goals are so few and far between in soccer, and it's difficult when you give up one like Kennedy did, and now St. Louis Park has momentum. But the Eagles still have the second half to play, and if they play it as well as they did in the first half, they'll have a great chance to come away with a positive result in this one, be it a draw or a win, and that would certainly continue to boost Kennedy's resume. Remember, this is a Kennedy team that they're in single A. They're playing double A teams pretty much all year for Kennedy. So they're in good position section-wise, and certainly that tough schedule is going to prepare them well for the postseason, which is coming up not too far in the distant future. Just 2 more games remaining, the regular season for Kennedy ending next Thursday. We'll have coverage for you, the big one next Tuesday against Jefferson on BEC TV. The boys start at 5 o'clock in that one, and we'll also bring you the Thursday game against Cooper. The last 4 regular season games for Kennedy, all on BEC TV. So thank you for tuning in. So we watch these Eagles down the stretch and playing such good soccer too. That's why that goal at the end was so disheartening. Play such a good first half. Allow very few chances. But second half, a chance for redemption for Kennedy. Ciriaco Mundo off the bar! And it's a throw for the Eagles. What a strike by Jesus Ciriaco Mundo. Catching the keeper, Matias, off guard, but he got enough of it to glance it off the bar. We'll take another look. Ciriaco Mundo again with the cross for De Leon. It almost looked like he was held up. And then the strike by by Garcia Ramirez twists wide. So a good start to the second half for Kennedy. That would have been the goal of the year for Kennedy, had that somehow squeezed underneath the crossbar. Garcia Ramirez winning a throw-in. Ciriaco Mundo with an advantage, drawing a double team. Now plays it toward the middle, cross! De Leon header over the bar! But it was offside. The flag came up. That would not have counted. But Jesus Ciriaco Mundo making plays. Kennedy back on the attack. Arias touches it over to Loaiza Galvan. Fuentes Rodriguez chips it toward the corner. Justin Arias, throw Kennedy. Fuentes Rodriguez, De Leon, who scored the goal for Kennedy. De Leon weaving, crossover, and it was good defense. Ramirez had the touch in the box. It was Seoff Flory with the defense as that one dangling away from the keeper. Matias comes out before Siriaco Mundo could get there. Here's a ball through to Lannisberry Jr., and he scores. Daniel Lannisberry Jr., who was St. Louis Park's best offensive player in the first half, able to slip one past Carter Lansdale. And in the span of 5 minutes of game time, the Orioles have gone from down one to up one. So now Kennedy in a hole.
For the Orioles, number 8, Daniel
Despite
Lansbury Jr.
having the lead until there was 1 second left in the first half and hitting a bar already in this half. Somehow trailing. Still a lot of time left. Watch Lannisberry. Just got a step on the Kennedy D and a perfect touch past Lansdale. Using his speed right there, the junior. Love the start, too, for Kennedy in the second half with some dangerous chances. And those long balls, they've defended them nicely so far in this game. That one they let get behind them, mostly due to the speed of Lannisberry Jr. Shot from Arias, twisting wide. Kennedy injury here, Loaiza Galvan staggering off the field. And it looks like Artola coming in for Loaiza Galvan, so we'll check on his availability. So the Eagles finding themselves behind. St. Louis Park threatening for more. It's Zua. Sends it across. That was a little bit behind his intended target. Kennedy plays it out of the box, but here comes Nicholas Kent, who scored the goal in the first half. Chipped ahead. Played toward the corner by Rubio. St. Louis Park currently sits number 2 in their section. They're in 6AA. The problem for them is the number 1 team in that section is the number 1 team in the state, Wayzata. But the Orioles figure to be a contender. Just a tough draw in that section, but currently looking good as one of the top 2 seeds there, especially if they are able to pay this comeback win off. Would only help their chances. Long ball ahead, Guarin, cross! Lansbury with the touch. This time Lansdale has it. Kennedy, on the other hand, we mentioned they're in single A. They're actually 3rd, not 2nd in their section. 3rd in their section right now. De Leon offside. And it's so hard to judge when these single A teams like Kennedy play a double A schedule, because the QRF does factor that in, does factor in strength of schedule, but you're also, if you were playing a softer schedule, you'd get also credit for wins as well. Kennedy has 3 wins on the year. So sometimes that can help you in terms of maybe you're a lower seed than you would normally otherwise be. Kennedy behind the second-seeded Worthington right now. Either way, whatever their seed ends up being for Kennedy, they have a very good chance in that section once it starts. But obviously, were they to pick up a win, get a couple of goals here, with the strength of the QRF ranking right now of St. Louis Park, that could vault them up a long way. That's why that goal they gave up at the end of the half was so critical. Even a tie against St. Louis Park could help them immensely. Fuentes Rodriguez over for Castaneda Rios, but he's in a battle with Cloudy Zua. Gonzalez Rodriguez has it glance off of his foot out of play. Reminder, girls game to follow us if you're watching live. It'll start at approximately 7:15. They clear everybody out of the stadium before any of the spectators can come in, just trying to reduce contact as much as possible here at Bloomington Stadium. So 7:15 start time. Should be a good one. Two teams in Kennedy and St. Louis Park on the girls' side at the bottom of the standings. And here's a chance. Oh, my goodness. 3 consecutive goals for St. Louis Park, and they've broken it open here. As Kennedy lets one slip into the box right in front of Lansdale. It looked to be Lansbury Jr. again with the second goal for him in this half.
Scoring for the Orioles, number 8, Daniel Lansbury Jr.
So now Kennedy all of a sudden down 2.
Number 8, Alex Loaiza.
Ball for Arias. Lansbury has been the key guy, even when St. Louis Park did not score in the first half. He was the one generating all the opportunities.
Hey, let's go! Come on!
Now Kennedy kind of on the back pedal defensively. You saw there Gonzalez Rodriguez, usually so confident, forced to just play that one out of bounds. Kwame trying to make things happen. And now things are getting tougher at midfield for Kennedy as Kent takes that away. De Leon running around trying to wreak some havoc. Forces a turnover. Artola back for De Leon. His ball, I think he wanted to hit Siriaco Mundo, but it fell short. Vera Martinez. Siriaco Mundo Martinez. Siriaco Mundo. Cut off nicely by the co-captain Dennison. Last line of defense. Gonzalez Rodriguez. Loaiza Galvan back in for Kennedy after being nicked up a bit. Fuentes Rodriguez, ball. De Leon. Fuentes Rodriguez gaining an advantage. Almost made it through that whole pack of Orioles. Good to see Kennedy back pressuring, down by 2. Arias nearly ran over, then shoved out of the way, and a St. Louis Park foul on Bennett Kwame. That little forearm shiver. Things getting a little chippier. The referee warning both players as you see a replay of that last goal by Daniel Lansbury. Vera Martinez free kick. Headed out by the height of Nicholas Kent.
For the Orioles, number 18, Emmanuel Chate, and then number 12, also in for the Orioles.
Back in for Kennedy, Jaime Reyes, number 12.
For the Eagles, number 16.
And also number 16, Zach Bizal, a sophomore defender for Kennedy. Lansdale waits for that to cross over the 18 and scoops it up. Vera Martinez, a magician's act to keep that one in somehow on that side. Lansbury, ball across, Zua. Couldn't get a lot on it. Gonzalez Rodriguez getting back just in time. Look at that touch by Siriaco Mundo. Oh, then his pass unfortunately hit friendly fire. Christensen tried to sneak it through to Lansbury. Intervened by Vera Martinez. Siriaco Mundo draws the foul. They're just brilliant body position. And the quick kick for De Leon. Too far for him. But Bizal will track it down. Bizal cross. And too shallow as it hits the side of the net. 3-1 St. Louis Park coming up on the midway point here in the second half. Josh Powers alongside our crew. Kennedy led for the first 39 minutes and 59 seconds, but they gave up a goal to Nicholas Kent with 1 second left in the first half, and 2 Daniel Lansbury Jr. goals here in the second half have the Orioles all of a sudden up by 3. Kennedy scoring in the first half. Alberto De Leon with his third of the year. A beautiful pass from Ricardo Vera Martinez. But Kennedy will need 2 more of those somehow in these last 25 minutes. Back in Diego Perez for Kennedy offensively. Fuentes Rodriguez, or Siriaco Mundo, excuse me. Very creative touch, and now Fuentes Rodriguez. Pass intercepted by the Orioles. Zua to Lansbury. Kawame. Zua settles it. Claude Zua, the strike. But Carter Lansdale was right there. Punched ahead towards Siriaco Mundo, who tried to keep Seoff Fury out of the play. And here's Lansbury Jr. again for the hat trick. Denied by Lansdale. He continues to sneak behind the Kennedy defense, Lansbury. Carter Lansdale, that right hand preventing the hat trick. What a game for Daniel Lansbury Jr. Not sure how many goals he scored this year. We don't have the stats from St. Louis Park. They're not up on the Minnesota State High School League website, but I'd imagine these 2 goals today aren't his only 2. Here's De Leon. High cross, up for grabs. It bounces a couple times. Perez a chance. And then it was blasted off of Kennedy, or off of, St. Louis Park, I believe. So the official pointing toward the corner for a corner kick, and I guess not. The referee, it looked like anyway. Ciriaco Mundo toward the corner. Arias with space. And I think that was more intended to be a cross, not a shot.
Number 5, Elijah Proust, and number 15, John Ryan.
Easy save there for Matias. Gonzalez Rodriguez way up on this position of the field, taking this throw. De Leon, Perez. Can he get enough space? No. Kent takes it away. On the move, it's Bennett Kawame. Lansbury. Lansbury tees it up, and that did not miss by much. Daniel Lansbury Jr., watch how close this one came. That just inches over the bar. Lansdale probably had that covered. He was in proper positioning for that one.
And for the Orioles, number 17, Nathan. Number 14, Luca Guerin.
Lansbury, look at him maneuver. Kwame sends it to the corner. St. Louis Park throw.
Now you can check out replays of those great goals and saves.
Just over 20 minutes remaining in this game. St. Louis Park trying for win number 7 against 2 losses and a tie. Kennedy coming in at 3-4-1. Kennedy led for a large portion of this game until St. Louis Park scored with 1 second left in the first half. And St. Louis Park a much stronger second half here. Although Kennedy has had chances, Ciriaco Mundo hitting the crossbar in the opening minute of this half. Kennedy wanting an offside, which was not called, but they were able to get back nonetheless. Touched ahead, De Leon. Can he keep it in? He can. But it was taken away nicely by Jovan Dennison. He's had a strong game on the back line for St. Louis Park. You can see why they have him as a co-captain. Here's Perez. Ciriaco Mundo! And a save. He scores! On the rebound. Jesus Ciriaco Mundo. And it's a 1-goal game. And Kennedy gets a ball to bounce beautifully their way right there, as that could not have Karam to a better spot. Give Matias credit on that initial save, but no chance on that rebound once it Karam right to Jesus Ciriaco Mundo. His 3rd of the year, which ties him with De Leon, who've both scored in this game. Kennedy with new life, and still a good chunk of time left. Perez swings one toward De Leon. Kennedy throw. Kennedy is going against the wind this half, but you can tell by that the corner flag. It is not a stiff wind. Perez just missed that header. Eagles moving with urgency right now. Siriaco Mundo drizzles that one onto Matias. He flings it over this way to Mason Bashi, number 17. Dennison long ball for Lansdale, or for Lansbury, excuse me. You've got Lansbury for St. Louis Park, Lansdale for Kennedy. Ball for Lansbury. He's on the move again. At the top of the 18, then turned away finally. Kennedy gambling a little bit, needing to be a little more thin back defensively. Could open up even more space for the dangerous Lansbury. Foul on St. Louis Park, as Diego Fuentes Rodriguez able to draw. Under 17 minutes remaining. Perez, nice flick. Vera Martinez. Siriaco Mundo. His ball across. I think that was intended as a shot. De Leon was in the area, but it was a late run for him. And he's going to need to be secure on plays just like that. Quick touch there from Rubio. Caroms it out of play. Arias winning a 50-50. Fuentes Rodriguez. De Leon. De Leon. Toward the 18. Perez. Siriaco Mundo. Oh, he misses. Jesus Siriaco Mundo. Inches away from leveling this. And he would want that back if he had a chance. My goodness. De Leon and Perez setting that one up. Kennedy hungry for more chances. Just for St. Louis Park, how is Kennedy getting so much space around the 18 right now with a 1-goal advantage? Fuentes Rodriguez trying to track this down. De Leon keeping it alive and advancing. De Leon again for Siriaco Mundo, and just sticking out that right foot was Flory. That would have been another glorious chance for Jesus. Should be a frantic final 15 minutes. Remember, no overtimes this year. Kennedy could just get this level. Be a great result. To get a draw against St. Louis Park could really help their section seeding, currently third. I'm wondering why a draw would help you. Well, St. Louis Park is ranked very high in the QRF. Currently number 2 in their section. Remember, they're a double A team. Lansbury with Lansdale way out of the box. Able to deflect and make the save. Lansbury tried to chip Lansdale there, but just didn't have enough angle. But it does set up a corner taken by Kanizer. Headed out by Fuentes Rodriguez. Kennedy on the run. Castaneda Rios up for De Leon. What a game he's had. As he tried to flick it across to Siriaco Mundo, but he was offside. Siriaco Mundo running that ball. You just wish Kennedy would have had the same urgency in that last play in the first half if they would have charged back. This would be 2-2 right now. Of course, that's with all other things playing out equal, but if it ends up being a one-goal Kennedy loss, they're going to look back at that moment right there. Lansbury got a partial head on it, but Fuentes Rodriguez is there for Kennedy. Siriaco Mundo weaving through midfield. Arias trying to get around Borsch and does. His cross. Perez has a strike. He hits the post. 3 posts hit in this half for Kennedy. Fuentes Rodriguez blasted over the top. Good heavens. What does Kennedy need to do to equalize here? Goaltender Benitez Matias is down right now. What opportunities for Kennedy. Fuentes Rodriguez would have been his 8th of the year there. That was the last of the shots on goal. They do stop the clock with each injury as we're just over 12 minutes remaining. Eagles are going to be a tough out in single A when it comes to the playoffs. Let's take another look at that sequence for Kennedy. 3rd bar they've hit this half. Siriaco Mundo did in the opening minute, and then just a couple minutes ago. And watch Perez somehow off that near post. St. Louis Park's gonna have to switch goaltenders. Bo Finley, he's a junior coming in, wearing number 0.
New goalkeeper for the Orioles, number 0.
Hope Matias is okay.
Also in for the Orioles, number 12, Jonathan.
They're looking at him over there. Kennedy still trying to tie things up. They've had glorious chance after glorious chance here in this second half. 3 posts hit. Did have one find the back of the net. But they need one more. Fleury, long ball. Lansbury can't get to it. It was defended nicely by Rubio. Illegal throw on the Orioles. Vera Martinez, a lot of options. Ball ahead. De Leon was closest to it, but it kind of split the difference between he and Siriaco Mundo. Lansbury. Foul on Kennedy. Their fans do not like the call. And it'll set up this chance from about 25 yards out. Kawame conspiring with Knizer. Huge moment here for Kennedy. Defensively, Kanizer strike. Lansdale. Maybe positioned a little too close to the goal line for the fans' liking, but it makes the save. Kawame. Lansbury. Dennison. Dennison cross for Koa. Headed dangerously close to Lansbury, but thankfully out of his reach. Counter strike Kennedy. That almost made it through to Siriaco Mundo. How badly he wants one more chance. He's hit the crossbar and the near post in this half as Jesus Siriaco Mundo. Also has a goal. Got to mention the highlight along with the near misses. Matias back in, you see trotting, so he's okay.
Back in the game.
It could have been cramps, we don't know, but moving around just fine. Can Kennedy find some magic here in the last 9 minutes? For how well they've played both Tuesday against Benilde and here tonight against St. Louis Park, two of the better teams in the Metro. It would be tough to swallow losing both by a single goal. Set piece here for Kennedy. Vera Martinez taking it low and deflected away. Nice touch by Vera Martinez, the great control. Looking to have enough space for the cross. Twists its way toward Perez, but defended by Dennison.
For the Orioles, number 21, Nicholas Kent. Reminder, Kennedy fans, the next home game for the Kennedy boys soccer team.
Fuentes Rodriguez.
October 8th, 7:15 here at Bloomington Stadium.
Foul called on St. Louis Park. Arias did well to get around Borsch. Eagle fans wanting a foul there on that. Correction, it's Besh, number 17. A little too handsy, perhaps. Official stopped things as the ball was rolled back onto the field. Advantage gained by Fuentes Rodriguez to draw another St. Louis Park foul. We're going to make Kennedy redo this free kick. Eagle fans growing more and more impatient with the officials. They protested that goal with 1 second left in the first half. Vocally, anyway. It's right now the difference in the game. There's a shorter kick right toward Arias. Bash plays it across.
For the Orioles, number 14,
Kanizer.
Luka Garin.
Zua sends it toward the corner on a run for Guarin. working on Castaneda Rios. All deflects into the 18. Played out by Kennedy, another foul on St. Louis Park. They're content right now. They're being as physical as possible without drawing a card, obviously, and all these stoppages take precious seconds away as now we're under 5 minutes. De Leon wins a throw for Kennedy. Fuentes Rodriguez sends one towards Siriaco Mundo, but there was Flory. Play it to safety. Siriaco Mundo. De Leon dancing. And they can't get the shot off. Well defended by Kneiser. Did not panic. Vera Martinez had space in the 18. Will there be any more chances better than that one? I don't know. There's only 4 minutes left. Siriaco Mundo. Fuentes Rodriguez. St. Louis Park starting to pack things in defensively here. And a foul. Might have a yellow card on St. Louis Park. It is on Luca Guarin. I don't think it was anything that happened here on the play. I think it was, he didn't like that call. So he will have to come out. Free kick for Kennedy. Siriaco Mundo. Not a bad idea to go for a high degree of difficulty finish, but it misses wide. Lansdale blasts it toward midfield. Kennedy running out of time in this comeback effort. St. Louis Park throw, not sure why they're flinging it into play so quickly. No need at this point. They didn't really have an advantage down there. Vera Martinez, nice spin move, draws another foul. 2:40 left. Fuentes Rodriguez. Perez trying to hop around the St. Louis Park defender and does. Diego Perez, cross, and that was well defended by Kent. Gonzalez Rodriguez struggles with it a little bit, but then delivers a nice ball to Siriaco Mundo. Flory gaining that advantage for Park as we're down to 2 minutes. Kneiser. Ball toward the corner, and that's not what Kennedy needs right now. As the Orioles can take their time. Lansdale flinging a ball. Try to force St. Louis Park to get it back in as quickly as possible. Zua, though, dancing in the 18. They're going to stop the clock. One of the St. Louis Park bench players, whether it was intentional or not, threw it away from the player ready to make the throw in. Wisely stopped there by the referee. Final chance here for Kennedy.
1 minute remaining in the
De
second
Leon.
half. 1 minute.
Fuentes Rodriguez can't quite get to that one. And an Eagle foul. And now Kennedy really up against it. May not get another touch in the Oriole half of the field. Bash trying to hold it as long as possible, could not. Kennedy needs to hustle half a minute. Foul here on St. Louis Park, and then just blasted by Kawame. They'll stop the clock again because of that. Came after the whistle. Clock starts again, 20 seconds. Vera Martinez slides it through for Siriaco Mundo. Siriaco Mundo!
10,
Perez!
8, 7,
It was blocked by Kawame.
4, 3.
And St. Louis Park holds on for a 3-2 victory.
Let's get both of these teams a
What an
round of
effort
applause.
by Kennedy.
Remind you to please exit.
They're going to look back on this one. That goal they gave up with 1 second left in the first half, looming extremely large.
And have a safe trip home.
Kennedy did not have the urgency they needed in that situation, and really the urgency they showed all second half. It was a valiant comeback effort as they fell behind by 2. That last chance by Perez, well defended by the Orioles, who now have picked up their 6th win of the season against just 2 losses and a tie, solidifying their place in Section 6AA as the 2nd seed right now, with 2 more very winnable games for them coming up. Last place Cooper on Tuesday and Chanhassen next Thursday for St. Louis Park. A tough week for Kennedy. They played 2 tremendous games against the likes of Benilde and here against St. Louis Park, 2 teams that have just 1 loss in the Metro West coming into the week. But Kennedy dropping both by a goal, but showing great promise for the games up ahead and also for the playoffs. Our next Kennedy broadcast will be the Battle of Bloomington on Tuesday, 5 o'clock start for the boys. If you're watching live, stick around. Girls game to follow us at about 7:15, about a half hour from now. If you're watching the tape delayed version, head on over to bectv.org. You can find out when that girls game will be shown, or head over to our Facebook page and watch the streamed version, facebook.com/BECTV. St. Louis Park wins it tonight, 3-2 our final. For our entire crew, this is Josh Powers saying so long for now from Bloomington Stadium.